Hello and welcome to another modeling tutorial here. My name is Stephan, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can model a tire, especially that tire tread that you see here on your screen. And what you see on the side of the tire, that's actually a bump map, but I will show you as well how you can put that in. Okay, so let me close that render window here. And here in that Maya scene, you see the model. In the end is you see here, this is going to be pretty high polygon in the end. So there are different ways to create a tire tread. So this one is actually how to model it. So you could also go in and create a displacement map or something like that. So I'm going to show you how you can model this thing out. So let me just stay in that scene here and let me show you where I found that reference image that you see here down on my screen. First of all, let me quick put that geometry here on a new layer, and let's hide that. So, okay, let me switch over to Firefox, and if you type in Pirelli P0 via Google Images and search for that, it should be on page number 4 in my case. So here you see two images that look almost the same. So I took this one here, it's 900 by 600 pixels here, and I put that into my source images folder and brought that into Maya. So before we start modeling, let me just bring in the piece of geometry that I already created. Don't panic, I'm going to show you how you can model this. But just to have an idea or to show you what we are going to do, so let me turn off that grid. So you can see I just used the background image to create one part of that tire, and later on we are going to copy that over, use the duplicate special tool, and bend that later on. So okay, let me just move that guy up to somewhere where we can see this, like here. Okay, so now let's go in here and say, okay, we want to start off with a polygon plane. So create that. I don't need those divisions here, so let me dial it down to 1. I don't know what your defaults are, but mine was set to 10. I don't need 10. So let me scale that out to somewhere about here. Move that a little bit. Scale that out a little bit more. So right now I'm looking at the already modeled thing up there. So alright, let me scale that up. So to bring it into the size, or to the size of from this point down here where this indent is here, up to this point here. So let me scale it a little bit more. Move that up a tiny bit more, move it up like that, and there you go. So now we can go in here and say we want to add a few cuts. So let's start off with the cuts horizontally. So let's add in one here, let's add in one down here, and one there. And I think that's it. That's all that we need on this part for now. So we are gonna go in later on and add a few more, but for now we leave it like it is. And now let's add some cuts on this side here. So there's one here, one there. Maybe we add another one or two. Alright, so I don't have to comment all this, so you see me watching at the background image. So the thing is, we need the cuts where in the background image are those dents here, or the where the tread is, right? So I mean, as you can see up here on the finished part, so that's exactly what you have to do. So put one here. Maybe we might want to put in one extra here to give it a little bit more shape later on. Put one here. And yeah, to create this little rounded piece here, we need some edge loops in there. Let me select that whole object again. So one here, one there, another one here, one there, one there, one here, let's put it here, there. Okay, so now we get the cuts done here. So let me hit Q to exit that split tool. And now there comes the part where we move those points into its position. Okay, so let's start off by taking those vertices here and using the move tool and bring those where they belong. Okay, I can live with that. Doesn't look too bad. So let's take all of these, move those just up a little bit, move those down. Okay, let me just select those here and move those up again. So I'm just following with the vertices down here, so I'm just try to match it up to the background image as close as I can. And I see here this row has to be moved down a bit. So in the end, it doesn't have to be perfect, okay? So just bring it into a position where it comes close to the background image. That's all you need to do here. And now it's coming back down again. Oh, we could move that row down here. So in the end, it doesn't really matter to be absolutely perfect here, but I said that before. So just yeah, watch me doing this. Try to hurry up so that you don't get too bored here. I want this line here a little bit more straight. I think that's okay. That's okay. So what we could do is we could go in here and say, okay, this is this point here has to be moved up a little bit more, so the distance here is a little bit larger. Yeah, let me pause the video for a second and I'll be back.